All right, man. Another week, and apparently this week has been chock full of crazy stuff.
It always happens, man. It always happens. There's quiet weeks and
Yeah.
then there's insanely busy
Oh yeah,
weeks.
yeah. Which is cool. Like I'm glad that we have weeks where we can kind of like just keep it chill, and then other weeks where
hmm
like there's too much to talk about.
There's been so much happening this week.
Yeah, but for those who don't know, welcome back to Region Coded, or welcome to Region Coded for the first time. This is a podcast where me and Matt talk about gaming news, all the sort of stuff that help us relive the glory days now that we're in our mid-30s.
Yeah, yeah, we're getting old. We're getting old.
Yep.
But
Yep.
hey, that's fine. Whatever. We have, like we said, it's so much has happened this week. We're not going to just like spend the entire episode talking about news, but we will do like a rapid fire news sort of thing because a lot has happened. But before
Yeah.
that, what you been playing this week, man?
So I've been really addicted to, and honestly, I hate the fact that it has entirely halted me playing Pragmata and finishing it
You're still not done.
because no, because I got really addicted to a an indie game that, and I
Uh-huh.
talked about this before, but like there's kind of an update.
Oh, Die in the
So it's a
Dungeon?
game. No, a
No?
Dark Bazaar.
Oh, Dark Bazaar.
Um, yes. So I have been playing the shit out of Dark Bazaar because for those who don't know, I am like also a music artist and stuff
Huh.
like that, and anything I do creatively is under the title of Tired Violence. That's like the
Yep.
moniker I do under everything under.
Yep.
Well, the developers and I have been talking a bunch, and they have released a Tired Violence skin in their game.
Ooh.
Yes, and so I have been playing the shit out of that game because it is super fun,
Nice.
and I've been trying to get the Tired Violence skin, which I would like to report that I did manage to get it. It's labeled as an epic weapon. I managed
Nice.
to get it. Super stoked. So yeah, like I've just been play testing that a bunch, sending back feedback and bug reports and stuff like that, so we can get it rolling. And
Nice.
yeah, so it's in early access now, or like play test really,
Yeah.
and then which it's free. Please go check it out. It's an amazing game. And
Not
so
sponsored. Not sponsored. You're
no,
just
not at
no.
all. Not at all. I'm not getting paid for any
No.
of this. So just it's free on Steam. You just click to ask permission to enter the playtest. You're immediately granted access. The
Nice.
game is extremely fun. I've had friends who aren't even really super into like roguelites or anything who have just been playing it incessantly. So
Nice.
yeah, so it's you're a mafia captive who has to pay off a debt by becoming an arms dealer.
Nice. Nice.
It is so fun. So definitely check that out. But that's what I've been playing, and at least for the next couple days until Forza 6 comes out.
Oh yeah. I'm just killing time until Forza 6, man. I'm just killing time until
Yeah,
Forza 6.
dude, you get to race against a Gundam,
Yeah, you
dude.
do. Yeah, you do.
What is this? But yeah, what have you been playing, man?
I played two games this week. I played Far West.
Oh yeah, dude, isn't that
It's
that
so
like stick
cool.
figure game?
Kind of, yeah. So it's like a robots Wild West kind of thing. It's like an extraction shooter, but you're a robot, like a cowboy robot. It's very fun. I did
Yeah.
the co-op of it, and it's early
Okay.
access. There's not a lot to it just yet.
Got you.
It's a little repetitive because they've added like a handful of mini events you can do and stuff like that, but there's not a lot
Mhm.
because it's still early
Oh, I
access.
wonder what game I was thinking of. It's something about like the West, but it's like stick figures and
I'm not sure.
like oh man, I'll have to find it so I can be like, oh no, this is what I was talking about. But
But
yeah, I haven't heard of Far West then.
Far West is really good. I played it because it's gotten like insanely high reviews. Right? It's like
God.
it's got about 14,000 reviews on Steam, and they're
Okay.
all near perfect.
Mm.
So which is impressive, honestly. And then I loved that, and then I played a game that go on.
West of Loathing is what I was thinking of. West of
Ah,
Loathing. Yeah, it's like this like stick figure.
oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Anyway, go ahead.
But yeah, I played Far West because it's got like over 14,000 reviews on Steam, and it's like they're all nearly perfect and stuff. And it was really good. I can see it. It's really promising.
I'll have to check it out.
If they can take it to the finish line and stick the landing, it'll be a great game.
I'll definitely
Um,
check it out. Sounds fun.
yeah, and then I played a game that got a 10 out of 10
Oh,
from
who gave it a 10 out of 10?
IGN. IGN gave it a 10 out of 10 because they gave Mouse PI a 6 and
Right,
they gave Pragmata a 9. So I was like, okay, well this game must be phenomenal, right? Because it's got a 10.
right.
Some of you already know where I'm going with this. I played Mixtape, which I played. All I'm going to say is, thank Christ it's on Game Pass, and I didn't have to buy it.
There you go. There you go.
Because like there's so much, for those who don't know, there's so much controversy going around on this game at the minute.
Yeah, it's a
Um,
lot, dude.
some people are calling it like a masterpiece. A lot of like corporate reviewers, shall we say, like reviewers who are behind a company name. So like
Yeah,
GameSpot, like IGN, all those sorts of people.
like publications
Yeah,
essentially.
they're
Yeah.
all giving it like nines and tens and all that kind of thing, calling it a masterpiece and stuff.
Hmm.
Um, which has caused a lot of people to say that it feels like an industry plant because so many people are
Uh,
playing this game and hating it.
right.
And I'm not gonna lie, I hated it. But I didn't hate it for the reason why people are like screaming about it, right? Because like,
I, I've heard it's like a walking sim from my understanding is that it's more like cinematic than it is gameplay.
so I think people have used the term walking sim wrong because
Okay.
I've played walking sims,
Yeah.
and they're not what this is. This is just an interactive movie. That's all
Okay.
this
Got
is,
you.
right? I
Yeah.
had someone coming into the stream who was new. They came into my stream to like defend it because they really liked it. And hey, if you like the game, you like the game. That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
But they called it a kinetic visual novel. To which I went, so not a game, right? So
Yeah.
it's not a game. It's a
No.
movie that you interact with, right? Because I tested it out because I saw a video where it was like in the very opening section, you're
Yeah.
skateboarding through the hills and everything with your friends and everything. And I saw a video where someone managed to not touch their controller until the very last moment of this like 5 to 10 minute segment, and
Right.
and the game played itself, right? You don't have to skateboard until you hit this lamp post, right? Which is like you can't get past that. And it did.
Right.
It worked. I didn't touch the controller, and I got to that lamppost, and I just flicked the camera slightly to the right, and I moved out the way of the lamppost, and it finished it on its own for me. I didn't have to play. And then there was another section with like a shopping cart where you're riding like a shopping cart down the streets and everything at night, like it's trying to escape the police after you've gone to a party or whatever. Didn't touch a button, and it did it for by itself. There's another bit where
Damn.
you're racing to get to your friend before her father gets to her.
Yeah.
And like you're meant to be jumping over obstacles and sliding under obstacles and that kind of thing. It's like a side scroll, be like jumping over picnic tables and sliding under hedges and that kind of thing. And
Right.
I did that for a couple of minutes, and then I went, hang on, what happens if I don't press the buttons? And it just does it for you. It does it for you. So I'm just there going like, okay, so this is just a movie where I'm pressing X occasionally, you know?
Yeah, I don't like it's like the illusion of gameplay.
No, and there's plenty of games that people who like the game are defending it by saying, "Oh, but
Right.
you like Dispatch and you like The Walking Dead and stuff like that." I was like, "Yep, but that's not the same, because
They're very different.
Walking Dead, all those kinds of things, your decisions change the outcome, right?
Right. Yeah.
So
There's a point to you actually playing.
yeah, and that's the key word. You're playing it. I
Right.
got to one point where it was the first time I felt like I was playing the game, was like when you're skipping rocks at the lake, right? And there's like loads of targets you can hit and everything. And I threw the rock through like a tire hanging on like a tire swing that was over the lake and everything. And I got an achievement for getting it through the thing. I was like,
Yeah.
ooh, maybe there's like achievements for like destroying all the objects, or for like getting, because like little garden gnomes, maybe if I destroy all the gnomes, I'll get an achievement or something
Yeah.
like that. I did it for like 7 or 8 minutes. And I was like, I'm not really getting any more achievements, and more obstacles are popping up and everything. And then someone turned around and went, "Oh no, you just play until you get bored and then you continue." It's like, oh, okay. And I just kept going. I just
So there was
continued.
no like actual objective
There was
there.
no purpose to it other than for fun. And I get that, that's the key word,
Okay.
for fun, right?
Right, games are supposed to be fun.
But yeah, it was, to me, it was just a bad game. It's not the kind of thing I consider a game.
Yeah.
If you like that kind of thing, then great, you know.
Yeah.
But for me, for me and what I like from games, it was one of the worst games I've played in the last couple of years. because it was also very, the way I've described it to friends is, when you look back on something in your life and that went like maybe didn't go as well as you wanted it to, or maybe you weren't as
Right.
cool, you were maybe quite embarrassing or whatever, and you reimagine doing it in a different way that's a cooler way and stuff like that. Like you're misremembering it, but better. It's basically like that. It's like, wouldn't it be cool if we were cool when we were teenagers and that kind of thing? It's that kind of stuff. So yeah, I didn't like it.
Right.
But yeah, other than that, I'm not playing anything.
Fair, fair.
Yeah.
I mean, it's unfortunate. I think that like you said, like the people who have been playing it, who have just been giving it like their own reviews, which keep in mind,
It's all
like,
subjective.
yeah, and not just that, but like a lot of people are very hypercritical of games at this
Yeah.
point. And like I feel like it can be a bit unfair,
Yeah.
but at this point, I feel like it's kind of earned the place that it's kind of gotten outside of the publications.
Yeah, so there's a few games that are like this that I've played that I actually like, or I like them more than this. So like, there's a game that's like an hour long called Deep Beyond. That's pretty fun. But it's exactly the same. You just walk and click things. There's a game called Return to Grace, which I really like. But that's just because I think the story's interesting. I just didn't think Mixtape's story was interesting.
Right.
And also Return to Grace has multiple endings. So it feels more like a game. And then there are a handful of others, but I just did not vibe with this at all. Probably because I wasn't a teenager in America during the 90s. You know.
Look, I was a teenager in America during the 2000s, and I probably still won't like it.
It's very the general impression I got, because they do this thing where the main character does a Ferris Bueller kind of thing, and they look to camera and they talk to the audience sort of thing. But the only time they do that is when they're introducing the next track in their mixtape, right? Because the whole thing is like you're experiencing this person's last day of being in this town with their friends before they move to New York. But like every time the story progresses, they introduce a new track to go with that part of the story. It's all copyrighted. Good luck posting this. But like, though it's when they're introducing it and everything, I'm there going like, I love how passionate people are about their hobbies and their interests and stuff.
Yeah.
But the whole time they're going like, you sound so far up your own ass. Like you sound so far up your own ass. Like
Right.
it's like it goes beyond passionate to just like annoying, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just wasn't a fan. I wasn't a fan.
That's fair. That's fair. Look, like you said, everyone has their own tastes and everything. And it is what it is. But I feel like I would have a very similar reaction to it, because
Maybe.
I'm also not a really big fan of games that, like, story is fine.
Yeah.
Story is fine. Cinematics are fine to an extent.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, my biggest issue really is like taking control away from the player, and then like not having it be interesting enough to like make me want to continue to sit here.
Yeah. But hey, I mean, it is what it is. Some people love it, some people hate it. There's nobody. There doesn't seem to be anybody in between. But Mixtape's not the only thing that released in the last couple of weeks.
No, definitely not.
It's basically release season at this point. We're entering the summer period where the big batch of games are going to come out. Between now and sort of like August, we're going to get a lot of games, and then from like end of October until Christmas, we're going to get a lot of games coming out.
Yep.
There's so much news about this. We've had, from what I've seen, we have had Slay the Spire is on like it's had its first month sales report. Slay the Spire 2. By the end of its first month, apparently it surpassed 5.3 million copies sold. And it's in early access.
5.3 million.
They've estimated that they've generated over $100 million in revenue from this first month.
That's insane.
For an indie game.
Yeah, that's crazy. I do wonder how much they put into like development.
They've been working on it for a long time.
Yeah.
But I knew Slay the Spire was an incredibly popular franchise. Well, it's a franchise now. It wasn't a franchise before because it was a standalone game. But I knew it was incredibly popular. I didn't know it was this popular.
No, that's nuts. Like,
Yeah.
honestly, especially like just in a month, dude. I mean, like that's like you really have to think about that. Like that is so much money. Because I mean, some games like cost all this crazy amounts of money just to develop,
Right.
but it is an indie game, and I don't know how much they put into development, but I'm sure that they have made a massive profit off of
Oh,
this.
100%. I know Slay the Spire 1 sold ridiculously well.
Yeah.
But I've always had it in my head, it's a roguelike. It's a roguelike.
Okay.
How many people
Yeah.
are into roguelikes? I love roguelikes personally.
Same.
It's one of my favorite genres. But 5.3 million copies in a month is insane.
I think the genre, like, because I had the same kind of idea as you, is like,
Yeah.
oh, like it feels like a niche genre, but no, I think it really has just taken off within the past like couple years or whatever, and has become kind of like a mainstay staple now.
Yeah, I think so. But I mean, not to be outdone. Huge congratulations to them, but not to be outdone. Subnautica 2 has released into early access. And despite all the controversy around that, about the devs being fired and the AI statements from the company that like owns them and stuff, it sold 1 million copies in an hour.
In an hour?
In an hour.
That's nuts.
Gets more nuts, because as I was looking it up and everything, I then saw following articles saying that by 2 hours they'd sold 2 million.
Dude, 1 million copies an hour is crazy.
And it's not like in 1 hour, it's per hour they were selling 1 million.
Right.
Like, that is disgusting. Like, that is disgusting.
It's crazy because like I never hopped on the Subnautica train. Like my brother absolutely loves Subnautica.
I mean, I can't play it because it's literally my phobia, right? My phobia is thalassophobia, so I'm terrified of the unknown in the deep sea, and that's literally what this game is about.
That's the whole point of the game, right? Yeah, my younger brother, like he was really into the first game.
Oh, yeah, it was huge when it came out.
I never really played it, but I saw a lot of it, and then like now, dude, I'm sure I've talked to him about it, but I'm sure he's already on the second one, like going crazy. So
yeah, it's ridiculous. But yeah, they sold 2 million copies in 2 hours, which is incredibly impressive because from what I can see, Subnautica 1 sold 18 to 18.5 million total.
Yeah, and that's after like years and years, and then like releases on other consoles, like ports, stuff like that. So I mean.
Apparently, by the end of it did slow down. It didn't just go 1 hour, 1 million, 1 hour. 1
Yeah,
million.
yeah.
By the end of by 12 hours, they were well over 2 million copies sold, which is insane. To sell 2 million copies in your first 24 hours is ridiculous.
Yeah.
So congratulations to them. That's phenomenal. And then not to be beaten.
Yeah, won't be playing it, but like phenomenal. Good for you.
But then again, not to be beaten.
Oh my gosh,
Forza 6 has released into early access, like as in not early access as in we're still developing the game. Early access as in if you pay for like the highest version of this game, which is like $120. You can get access to it like 4 days early, right?
Right. Yeah, a lot of games are starting. That's become like a trend. Yeah.
As of yesterday, Forza Horizon 6 was averaging on Steam, and again, keep in mind you can only play this if you've bought the most expensive version, or you've bought the early access, as it were, to Forza 6.
Which is like over $100.
If it's just that one, it's over $100. Yeah.
Right.
It's averaging on Steam 150,000 concurrent players.
Yo, they're gonna make bank off this game.
That's just Steam. That's just Steam.
Yep.
And that's only the people who've paid for the privilege to play it a few days early.
And Xbox is obviously going to have its own player base as well.
Xbox hasn't been included in that. I know.
That's crazy.
I had at least 2 people come into my stream yesterday and say that they were playing Forza 6 early.
I'm so excited to play this game, dude.
So freaking good, man.
I'm so excited.
It looks so freaking good. I am already anticipating this game sports game of the year.
Oh, yeah, I can see it.
I can see it. I can absolutely see it. But yeah, that's all the news that I know of, because I saw all that massive sales stuff going on. The fact that 3 games have released in the same month period and sold that well is insane.
Well, speaking of sales numbers, Resident Evil and Pragmata have helped Capcom to achieve a 9th consecutive year of record sales.
Damn.
9 years in a row of selling more and more, and that's crazy.
Damn.
And Capcom, keep in mind, they're a huge company who sell hella games, and have some of the best track record for legendary game franchises, and to have 9 consecutive record years.
Yeah,
is crazy.
That's insane. I didn't actually know what franchise Capcom had, because I'm kind of new to Capcom.
That's fair.
And I looked it up. Actually, I'm glad you said it, because again, we're in sync. We do this every week. We don't talk to each other. We just get in sync. I looked up and I didn't realize how many massive franchises are Capcom.
Dude, Capcom is crazy.
Just to list off a few, right? They've got Ace Attorney. They've got Dead Rising. They've got Darkstalkers. They've got Devil May Cry. They've got Dino Crisis. They've got Ghosts and Goblins. I found funny.
Ghosts and Goblins is cool.
These are the sub franchises as well. This isn't main franchises. They've got Mega Man. They've got Akami. They've also got Resident Evil. They've got Street Fighter. It's ridiculous how many they have.
What's crazy though is Capcom has recently been talking about kind of reviving some of these I won't say neglected franchises, but some of these ones that just need a refresher or need to be brought back. And
I'd love to see Dino Crisis come back.
I would too, but you brought up Dead Rising, and they're actually talking about bringing back some Dead Rising stuff. So
they did a remaster of it not that long ago, and it didn't do well.
Yeah, it's a bit of a bummer, and I think that might be. I don't know if they're trying to just kind of. I don't know if they're going to reboot it or what they're going to do, but they talked about kind of giving some love to the series. Now, I love Dead Rising. I think it is a great. Have you ever played it?
Yeah, ages ago.
So I love it. I think it's fantastic.
You're in the mall.
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Then yes.
The first one, you're in the mall. I think it's a fantastic series. It doesn't take itself too seriously. It's really fun. And so I personally think it's great, and I do want to see it come back. But I have actually, now that you mention it, I didn't think about this, but I did start playing the first Dino Crisis the other day. And I really like it. I really like it a lot. As
good.
Someone who was super into the Resident Evil franchise, I never stepped into Dino Crisis. Not because I was like, oh, it's a ripoff or anything. I hadn't tried it yet.
It's dinosaur horror.
Yeah, it's so fun, dude.
Yeah.
It's so fun, and so I would love to see another one. But I know Dino Crisis 3, they started getting a little weird. They were in space and stuff like that. So
if people don't know Dino Crisis, it's just a horror game with dinosaurs. That's all you need to know.
Yeah, a lot of people say it's Resident Evil with dinosaurs, and it's similar, but yeah.
But yeah, 2 franchises that I completely didn't. Well, one I forgot, and one I didn't realize was Capcom that I didn't mention just then. Obviously, Monster Hunter is Capcom, which is wild. But one that I didn't realize was Lost Planet. Lost Planet is Capcom as well. Lost Planet was a really cool trilogy. It was a really cool trilogy. I forgot
about Lost Planet.
Yeah. Very, very cool trilogy.
Yeah,
it's interesting. But hey, well done to Capcom. That's insanely impressive. 9 years.
Yeah, and what's weird though is we have this whole thing, and this is another thing that I love how we do this. But another thing that because we were talking about game sales and everything. What's crazy to me is that a study was done recently, and it showed that 62% of players will not pay full price for games anymore.
No, it's getting too expensive.
Yep, and so it's interesting to see that these companies are hitting these record sales, and these games that are coming out are hitting these massive milestones, but most people won't pay full price. Now, to their credit, the games that are hitting these milestones are not these $70 games, right?
Even
and I think that's why they're hitting them.
Pragmata wasn't.
Right. And I think that's why some of these games are hitting these
Yeah.
milestones is whatever. It's because people are saying, you know what, I'm gonna play this indie game that I'm gonna get so much, time and fun and love out of. And that's like $20-$30 or whatever,
Hmm.
instead of paying $70 for this AAA game that's gonna give me 20 hours of gameplay and it's gonna be absolute ass. like
Right.
um so I'm definitely I'm definitely understanding that. And also speaking of weird like statistics in gaming, but
Oh,
44% of developers are starting to leave video gaming to pursue something else because of the state of the industry.
that does not surprise me.
Yeah.
But it doesn't surprise me for what's your reason for not surprising you? Because you agreed with me then.
I think it's because specifically seeing so many like development companies with layoffs and shutting down and things of that nature, and then like how difficult it really seems to be to have, I guess, like job security in the market right now.
Yeah,
Like that's where I'm seeing it, and then obviously just like the looming AI presence and stuff.
that doesn't help. Yeah,
So
yeah.
anyway, what do
So
you think about it?
I weirdly have an odd insight into it.
Okay.
Because when I was at university,
Mhm.
two of my roommates for like the entirety of university were on the video game design course.
Oh, cool.
Um, the university I went to, it has a really, really good video game design course where like you specialize into whatever you want, sort of thing, be it the modeling, the
Yeah.
designing, the scripting, whatever. And they said that they had one of the highest dropout rates because of how hard it was, but also their lecturers and professors and everything were saying even if 100 of you pass this course, maybe 10 of you will get a job because it's such a
Yeah.
flooded industry. Because it's the problem that video games have had, problem for people with a job in video games, not for us. We've been milking it, but like people going into video games as a career is it was very much like, do you remember when like the internet suddenly became a thing and suddenly everybody was learning IT and becoming someone in
Yeah.
IT, right?
Yeah.
It's one of those franchises, it boomed. And so whenever something booms, people flood to go do it.
Yeah, of course.
Um, and so I think I'm not surprised because I think this is the natural balancing of it kind of thing,
Hmm.
where like the boom has kind of started to ebb. And so like
Yeah.
people are starting to realize unless I secure a really safe position in a big company or I go independent, I kind of can't do this, you know?
Yeah.
So like, because if you think about it, all these big game companies who have hundreds, if not thousands of employees, it's not sustainable. It's not sustainable.
Right. Right.
And while it absolutely sucks, I I was always sat here going, it's kind of inevitable that this is coming.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I mean, it definitely sucks. I mean, so for me, like being a music artist and
Mm.
stuff like that, like, you're kind of put in that same position where people are going to tell you like, "Hey, it's really hard to make
Oh
it.
yeah,
Only this many people get noticed,
yeah.
whatever." And like I've been fortunate enough to, because of the amount of work and dedication I've had to it and everything,
Hmm.
be able to make a career out of it, and I really appreciate that. But
Hmm.
there are so many of like my peers or friends or whatever who weren't as fortunate or weren't as lucky and, have hung it up or, looked to do something else or whatever because it just
Absolutely.
didn't work out.
Absolutely,
Um,
because it's that's the problem with anything creative,
yeah.
is that it seems great and like, oh, I'm going to be a movie star, I'm going to be a game designer, or I'm going to be a streamer, or I'm going to be this or whatever.
Yeah.
It's so much harder than people think it is.
Yeah.
There's a lot of luck involved, and
Okay.
also
Yeah.
timing as well.
Yeah.
So like, for example, if you start a YouTube channel now, the odds of you blowing up and becoming the next KSI or Mr. Beast or PewDiePie or whatever, that's so small. It's so
Yeah.
small. Whereas if you go back to like the what a lot of people call like the golden age of YouTube, when people like Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, PewDiePie, all these people were
Yeah.
starting, then that was not easier, but you could more easily get your name noticed. sort of thing. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah, for sure. I mean, it's for me like I'm a firm believer in things like you're only as good as the company you keep,
Mm.
and like like it really depends on and people say it's all in who you know and stuff like that. But when you put
It
yourself in these
helps, but
spaces, it does, and when you put yourself in these spaces where you're surrounding yourself with these other people who are also as dedicated and as driven and all
yeah,
this other stuff, your chances go up exponentially versus the people who say they want it, but then fail to be consistent and
yeah.
don't, whatever. I mean, I'm sure you've run into this as well. And I know we're getting a little off topic from gaming, but just to say this, like, I know you've probably run into this as well, where it's like people will say, oh, dude, like, I want to do the thing that you're doing. And you're like,
Mm.
oh,
Yeah.
cool. That's awesome. Like, and then they'll say, like, could you give me some advice or some
Yes.
tips? And you're like,
Mm.
yeah, here's what you do.
Yeah.
And then they do none of it.
None of
And
it.
then they're just like, why am I not as
No.
big as you are, or why am I not getting the same amount of traction or something like that? And it's like you're not doing any of the things that you need to do. It really is like an adapt or die sort of like thing when
It
you're doing
really
something
is.
creative.
It really is. I'm only in my 4th year of doing this full time. I'm in
Mhm.
no way, shape, or form a household name.
Right,
You
yeah,
know,
same.
I earn enough to get by,
Hmm.
and so I can do it as a job, and I'm very grateful for that. But what people don't see is the 7 years prior to that I was trying to do it.
Yeah.
Right. And I don't mean 7 years of me going like, I'm going to stream on Twitch for 2 hours a night, maybe twice a week. It's
Right.
like I'm there every single night. I'm there every single day. I like any
Yep.
spare moment I have, I'm doing it. You know?
Yeah.
And even then, it took me 7 years to find a thing that blew up, you know?
Yeah,
And
well, they say it takes you like 5 years on average to create a business.
yeah. Yeah.
And like people really need to take that into consideration. Like I think the culture of the idea of, hey, like I'm gonna put something out and I'm gonna go viral
Uh-huh.
and then my career is assured
Yeah.
has been beaten into people, and it is the exception to the rule,
It's the exception.
honestly.
It's the exception.
Like,
There are ways to be successful in anything,
mhm.
cheat codes as it were, but
Yeah,
it depends on how you want to go about it, because some of
yeah,
the cheat code ways of doing something will put you in a position where you go, actually I'm not happy with it being this way. So like
right.
people who blow up from streaming, for example, a lot of them do it by creating a character or whatever, right?
Mhm.
And then they get big and they go, but I don't like being this character.
Yeah, dude, you got to do something that's sustainable. And I think
Yeah.
that's another thing. It's like I've had things that I did on a whim because I was like, oh, this is something that's funny, or this is something that'll be cool, that have
Hmm.
gone like massively viral. And it's not something I wanted to see through. And
Yeah.
I've gotten like, I'm not even kidding, years worth of messages and requests
Hmm.
saying, please do this. And I have to tell people, like, look, like, I don't really want that to be like my legacy or my persona or whatever. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, you have to understand that, like, I'm doing a lot of this as like a joke or a gag or whatever.
Yeah.
And so it's strange, but we say all this to say that like it's even harder in gaming a lot of the
God, yeah.
times because you have to work with a whole team.
God,
You know what
yeah.
I mean?
Like, so for example, just as an example with being an indie developer,
Yeah.
incredibly difficult, right? If you look at the single dev who made Stardew Valley, he worked for, I think it was 7 years on the game on his own. He would go to work, come home, and the moment he got home, he would obviously say hello to his wife and his son, and then he
Yep.
would just work. And he'd spend the entire night working on Stardew Valley.
Yeah.
And then he'd go
People that
back to
don't
work.
realize how much you have to sacrifice
Yeah.
legitimately in
Yeah.
order to like make it in a creative field. Like
Yeah.
it really is. Like I've missed like family holidays and all
Oh,
this
yeah.
other stuff and like whatever, just because I'm like I believe in what I'm doing and I have to stay consistent.
Yeah.
You know?
Until this year, I had 1 week off a year, which was Christmas.
Yeah.
I would give myself the week of Christmas off because obviously I have family and stuff that would come down and visit and stuff. Now I give myself Friday evenings off as well because I want to spend time with my son, and I'm about to have a second kid and everything, so I want to be able to like spend time with my family.
Yeah.
But it's incredibly hard, man, and I feel for all these game devs who are now having to make the decision of, I'm going to have to try being an indie dev, you know?
Yeah.
I feel for them. It's incredibly hard, and genuinely good luck to them. like genuinely.
Oh yeah, absolutely, and that's why I feel really good about like in a weird way. I feel I don't like the current landscape of gaming, but I feel good about it in the sense of I feel like I am supporting in a selfish sense. Like I feel good about it because like, well, I'm supporting indie devs, so I'm doing my part. You know what I
Here's
mean?
my little
But
star,
also
my
like,
good job star.
yeah, you know what I mean? Like I'm doing a good job, but
Yeah.
like at the same time, like I do want to see them succeed because I know what it's like to try to be in a creative space and try to make it. You know?
I'm
So
fully convinced as well that this is going to lead to, and it's already started, in my opinion, a golden age for indie games. Essentially,
yeah, there's a bit of a revolution happening within the industry right now, right? It's like all the big companies, don't get me wrong, some of them are still doing fantastic work. Capcom, looking at you, you know what I mean? Honestly, Microsoft seems to be with Xbox turning things around, and fingers crossed that they stay in that direction and that they don't derail it and do something stupid and stuff. So I'm very happy with some of these bigger developers, and then some of these other developers that I've complained about for years, like kind of rehashing the same material or whatever. It's there's definitely a thing happening, and I'm seeing more and more indie dev love more indie games, and honestly even some of the bigger companies like Nintendo and Xbox and stuff like that are having like indie showcases and partnerships,
which is great.
So
that's absolutely fantastic that they're doing that. But yeah, anything else, or is that everything?
I think that's pretty much, except for like just some small weird off the cuff stuff like Epic Games deciding that they're going to use AI for efficiency, but they're saying they're not replacing anybody. They're going to keep everybody, but they just want things to be more efficient.
They're not replacing anybody yet. Yet.
Yeah. Fortnite is going to be run by AI.
Probably already is.
Who knows,
probably
dude?
Already is, but who knows? Who knows? Okay, well, I've created 2 fun games for us to do to sort of like be light and fun. So one we've done before and one we haven't done before. Would you like to do the thing we've done before first, or the thing we haven't done before first?
Let's do the thing we've done before first, and then like we'll save the new fancy thing for last, so people have to wait and hang out with us to see it.
Okay, cool. So we've done this before, but because Mixtape, which I mentioned earlier, got a 10 out of 10, right? It got a 10 out of 10. I want to do a different thing, which is going to be, what did IGN give this game? Higher or lower edition?
Oh, I love this game.
Right?
I love this game.
So the higher or lower game that we've done before for Metascore, but we're doing specifically IGN scores.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, so obviously Mixtape
I love this.
was given a 10 out of 10. So this first one is a gimme, right? This first one is a gimme. Final Fantasy 13. Was it higher or lower? Yeah, it was lower. Do you want to take a guess at what they gave it? What would you give Final Fantasy 13 if you've played it?
Okay, so I haven't played 13, but I know like it's a bit divisive. Like I know some people are like it's not great, it doesn't feel like Final Fantasy, and I know other people are like actually it's pretty good. So I'm going to go with an 8 because IGN's a bit weird.
Close. 8.9.
Wow.
So they liked it. They liked it. Okay. Cool. Now it's going to be difficult.
Okay, here we go.
8.9. What about Slay the Spire 2?
I feel like a 9. It's got to be like a 9, right?
Yeah, it's a 9. It's a 9.
Okay.
Yeah, so
so they definitely it's higher. It's higher.
Higher by 0.1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I just know like Slay the Spire.
Yeah.
Am I having a stroke?
Maybe.
Slay the Spire is it's so well received, and that doesn't mean that IGN is ever consistent.
No,
but
it's hard
with
to
like
say
the amount
bad
of
things for
sale
a
that
game
it's
that's
gotten,
done so well. Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So
okay, so it got exactly a 9. Remember, IGN do decimal points.
They do.
So with that in mind, GTA San Andreas.
Oh.
Higher or lower than a 9.0?
No, this is actually hard because they do like they do decimal points.
They do decimal.
9.2.
It's actually a 9.9.
Wow.
They give it a 9.9. I mean, it's not a Mixtape 10, but it's a 9.9.
Yeah, all right. So let's just keep this in mind real quick. They're saying that Mixtape is better than GTA San Andreas.
Yes, correct. Correct.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. Good. So we've got that established.
Yeah, we love that.
We've got that established.
That's so
We've got that
cool.
established.
So
Oh my god.
I love it here.
Yeah. Okay. So I mean, it can't all be bad, right? It can't all be bad. So I mean,
Right.
we've got to go for like one of the best games ever made, right? We'll go for Elden Ring.
I'm gonna say, I want to say lower, but
It can
they might
only
have
be a
given
10,
it a 10.
or it could be lower than a 9.9.
Right. Like they may have given it a 10 because like that game was absolutely like everybody loved Elden Ring, right? But
I mean,
I'm gonna say lower. I'm gonna go lower.
Unfortunately, much like a broken clock, IGN are right at least twice a day. They gave it a 10. They gave it a 10.
Okay.
Okay. So, the next one is obviously going to be lower.
Okay.
Unless it's also a 10. But we're gonna go for Silent Hill F.
Lower.
What score do you think it's going to be?
7.6.
Do you work for IGN? Because it's a 7.
Really?
It's an exact 7, yeah.
I will say this. The reason why I kind of could feel that one out is because Silent Hill F got a really odd mixed reception. Like typically Silent Hill games are, received pretty well, but they said that this one did feel a bit less like a Silent Hill game due to combat mechanics and stuff like that. So
got you.
The general reception was like that.
Okay. Well, this one I think it'll be much easier for you to figure this one out because it's a franchise you know and love. Umbrella Corps, the game Umbrella Corps.
Lower.
What score do you think it got?
Oh, like a 4.
3.8.
I'm so close.
You may as well just fill in the application, dude. Go work for IGN.
Yeah, dude, I got this. Well, no, that game was awful. I love Resident Evil to death, bro, but that game is hot garbage. It's so bad.
Oh my god. Okay. Hollow Knight Silk Song.
Higher.
Obviously, but what do you think they gave it?
8.6.
They gave it a 9.
Okay, good.
They gave it a 9.
Okay.
Again,
wait, these ratings are actually okay. A lot of them actually feel... No, these are actually pretty good.
Like I said, IGN can be right sometimes.
Yeah, no, this is good.
I mean,
we just ragged on them so hard, and now they're actually being pretty good.
I mean, it's not a Mixtape 10, but it's only it's one of the most anticipated games of the last decade.
I mean, few things are as good as Mixtape, apparently.
It's true. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1.
Oh wow! For not the remaster.
I don't know if this is the remaster or the original.
Okay. I'm going to say I'm going to say an 8.
You can say an 8.
Say an 8. Yeah.
It's actually higher. They gave it a 9.8. A 9.8 for Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
You know what? I don't hate that. I mean, it is what it's supposed to be, right?
It is what it's supposed to be.
It's a skating game and it does it well.
Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, why not? I mean, it's a good score.
Also, shout out to the soundtrack. It's fantastic.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. What about Microsoft Flight Simulator?
Oh, gosh. That was a curveball.
Yeah, a little bit.
Oddly enough, I feel like Microsoft Flight Simulator is actually a good game. I feel like they do what they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
But I also know IGN is weird about simulator games.
They are, yeah.
What was it, Football Manager?
Got like a 3, yeah.
Because you can't play soccer as a soccer manager or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, Flight Simulator. Let's go. We're gonna say it got lower, than what we said, 9.8. So lower.
Yeah.
So lower. Yeah, and I'm gonna say a 6.
Ooh, a 6. Okay. Retract that application because it got a perfect 10 out of 10.
Wow.
Got a perfect
I just
10
know
out of
that they
10.
seem to hate simulation games, so I'm actually really surprised that they gave it like such a high score.
Right. Okay. This should be obvious. Marathon. The new released Marathon. What do you think?
Oh, dude, that just got like a 12 out of 10. No, it's definitely lower than a 10.
Okay. What do you think it's going to have
I'll put the 6 here, actually. I'll put the 6
6
here.
It got a 9.
Yeah. What?
It got a 9. Got a 9 out of 10.
Can you explain that? Do you have the review?
I can get it.
I would really like to know why they said it got a 9.
Yeah.
Because like all the rest of these outside of Mixtape have actually been pretty reasonable interpretations in my mind.
So I'm just gonna grab.
Yeah, just skim it. Yeah, of course.
So extraction shooters seem to be enjoying something of a renaissance right now, to the delight of FPS fans like myself. Even though some of Bungie's recent lows, even through some of Bungie's recent lows, the notion of taking high stakes looting deathmatch that is an extraction shooter and combining it with the unparalleled shooting that the studio is known for, because they're the Halo studio, has always been an awesome idea. So they're already on board from the very beginning. Well,
I would have been on board from the beginning too if it was better, but like
it's just Destiny. It's just Destiny. And I'm a mega Destiny fan.
Destiny was sick.
Yeah. They overall
low-key, I would still play Destiny for real if I had a group of people to play it with. Genuinely. Like, it was a good game.
To be fair, I can't read through all of it. They've done a massive review. This is one of the longest reviews I've ever seen IGN bloody give. So, the verdict, Marathon is unapproachable, unforgiving, off-puttingly creepy, and has a player base of violent goblins who exist solely to bash your face in with a brick. And for all of those reasons, it's become my favorite extraction shooter of all time.
It sounds like everything they said was a negative, and then they're like, and I love it.
But I'm a sucker for punishment. Yeah, basically. Basically, they said that it's like incredibly like difficult and toxic player base and everything, but I'm here for it. So
the reviewer has a degradation kink or something. I don't know.
Something like that. But hey, whatever.
We're moving on.
They gave it a 9.
All right.
They gave it a 9. They gave it a 9. So, it's fine.
Okay.
Because the next one is Subnautica 2, which is specifically the early access. It's just sold 2 million copies in 2 hours.
I don't know if they would give it a 10. Because, I mean, don't get me wrong. It sold crazy, but it is still in early access,
9.1 through 10, if you think it's higher.
I personally think it should be higher. So I'm going to say it should be higher, though I don't know if they gave it higher. So I'm going to say higher.
You think higher. What do you think they gave it?
9.4.
They gave it a 7.
Why? You're saying that I haven't even played Subnautica 2, but based on what I know, like from the first game, it's like, and if they've improved on it, like people are saying, then absolutely, I think it deserves a higher rating than fucking Marathon, dude.
Yeah. Now, to be fair, they have specified it's the early access, but yeah. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
You know what's weird? Like I will say this too. Like I actually don't hate extraction shooters.
No, I
like,
quite like them.
I'm not.
I extraction shooter.
I actually like the idea of extraction shooter. I think we've just gotten too many bullshit ones. That are just like trend hopping. But I actually do. I like games where you play like as a team or whatever, and you have to survive and shoot or whatever, and like kill waves of enemies and stuff like that. That is my shit. I love that. But Marathon's just not it.
No.
It does not deserve a 9.
We'll do a few more. So Double Dragon 4.
Ooh.
Double Dragon 4.
Lower
than a 7.
Oh, then a 7. I'm sorry, I forgot. Ooh, actually, yeah, I don't know. We're gonna say higher, 7.5.
There's a 0.5.
Oh no.
But there's a 3 before it.
Oh god.
They gave it a 3.5.
I wonder why. Like, you don't have to like go for the review or anything, but I am curious because like
It's
at the end of the
interesting,
day,
right?
like it's just a side-scrolling beat 'em up, right?
Yeah, I guess. They just don't like that person who reviewed it just doesn't like that. But it's fine because we'll go for what is, in my opinion, the worst game I've played in the last year, 2 years.
It's
Black
not
Ops.
Mixtape.
No, Black Ops 7's campaign.
I feel like they rated it high. I feel like they rated it high just because of what it is and because they're it's a big game and they're a big publication and all this other stuff. I feel like they probably gave that shit like at least an 8, dude.
They were relatively fair with this. They gave it a 6.
Okay, okay.
They're relatively fair. We'll do like 2 or 3 more.
Okay.
So Yakuza Kiwami 3.
Ooh, I don't know because Kiwami 3 definitely released to some controversy. I think you said they gave Call of Duty a 6.
Yes. The campaign specifically, yes.
Yeah, specifically the campaign. Yeah. I'm gonna go higher and go with a 6.8.
Not far. 7. They give it a 7.
Okay.
Okay. The original BioShock.
Oh, it better be higher than a freaking 7, dude. This shit better be like a 9.
It's a 9.7. It's a 9.7.
Yeah, it better fucking be, dude.
Yeah.
That game is amazing.
Yeah. Okay. Last one. The gimme.
Right.
Overwatch.
I want to give it lower. I want to give it lower.
You think it's
Dude,
higher?
I don't know that they possibly could have given that shit a 10.
It's higher than
But
a 9.7?
I'm gonna say lower.
You're gonna say
I'm gonna
lower?
say lower, but I feel like they could have been like 9.8 up through 10. But I'm gonna say lower.
No, they gave it a 10.
Fucking, of course they did. Why wouldn't they, dude? I knew that shit was coming, bro.
Mm-hmm. They gave it a 10. They gave it a
my
10 out of
God.
10. So there you go.
I absolutely knew that. Oh my god. All right.
And this kid's
Look,
is where
I get it.
You should check multiple sources before you make a decision.
Like I get it. Like I understand because Overwatch was huge, but for me it is not a 10 out of 10 game.
If they reviewed Overwatch on release, I can see it being a 10. Because was it Overwatch or Overwatch 2 that won Game of the Year? I think it was Overwatch 1, wasn't it?
I feel like it was probably the first one because I know people had some weird reservations about them switching to Overwatch 2.
I think it's Overwatch 1 got Game of the Year. So like I can see the very, very, very start of it getting a 10, especially because that kind of game did exist but didn't exist. It kind of like dominated.
I feel
for a
like
while.
Overwatch kind of like put it on the map, like as like in the way that it was, right?
made
Like,
it
we had
mainstream.
similar games,
Made
but
it mainstream, yeah. But yeah, so there you go. That's that. It wasn't too stressful for your heart pressure, right? For your blood
No,
pressure,
not
no?
this time. This time it wasn't actually. I actually feel like in a majority of cases they were pretty fair, but the ones where they were unfair, I feel like were like egregiously unfair.
Yeah, it's one of those again where when you have so many different people working under the same name,
Yeah.
there's no consistency.
Right.
There's no consistency at all.
But I feel like a lot of those were pretty solid. Like I feel like the ratings were good. Like I mean, I know I've ragged on IGN a lot, but I will give them credit that a lot of those reviews I think were pretty spot on, or at least in like a fair ballpark.
Yeah.
But yeah, some of those I was like, what are you doing right now?
Yeah, I agreed with most of them.
Yeah.
So I mean, IGN's right sometimes, you know.
Yeah, they can be.
That's what happens when you have enough monkeys on a typewriter, you know.
Yeah, so at least one of them's gonna spell a word right, dude.
Right, you're gonna get a word out there eventually.
Yep.
But yeah, so there you go. So hey, that's fine. That means we get to go on to the new game. The new game.
Oh, I'm like excited and scared at the same time right now because I'm like I have no idea what he has in store.
So I am what is described as a cinephile, which is someone who is like
Yes.
obsessed with cinema and movies and TV and that
Yeah.
kind of thing. I have like a disgusting DVD collection, right? And so I naturally watch a lot of movie and TV show podcasts. And there's a thing that I've been seeing going around. I was like, that's fun. I want to play that. But we'll do the gaming version of it, which is, they call it the movie pyramid. I'm going to call it the game pyramid. I'm sure other gaming podcasts have done this. I'm in no way am I first to the finish line for this. Basically, have you ever seen the movie Pyramid or game period or anything like that? Pyramid or
I
anything
have
like
not. No. So
Okay.
I'm wholly new to this. Like,
Essentially, I'm going to ask you 5 questions that progressively get harder, like subjectively
okay,
they get harder. So I'm going to ask you to name 5 games that fit a criteria.
okay,
Then 4 games that fit a criteria. Then 3. Then 2. Then 1 game that fits a criteria.
okay.
Okay.
Now, in this pyramid,
Hmm.
does the criteria change like
Every round
per
it changes,
layer?
yes. So
Okay,
like the
okay,
first round I could say 5 shooting games, and the second round I could say 4 Capcom games.
okay,
Right. So but there are a few caveats.
okay.
Unless I specify that you can do it, you can't say more than 1 game from a franchise per round. So
I kind of
right.
figured, yeah,
So if
for
I
sure.
say
That would make it too easy.
if I say shooting games, you can't go Call of Duty 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know?
Yeah, that would make it way too
Right.
easy. Yeah.
And other than that, it's just if I specify.
Right, like I would just assume that if a game fits more than one genre, I can't repeat that game
No,
throughout the pyramid
once you've
as
used
well.
it, you've used it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you use a game on your 5, you then can't use it on your 3 or your 1 or whatever.
Got it.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. But you can
This
use
is
the
fun.
franchise, just a different one from the franchise.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So first off, can you name 5 sports games not made by EA?
Sports games not made by EA.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let me think real quick. Mario Tennis.
Yep.
Wii Sports.
Yep.
Okay. Do we consider like would you? Well, I don't know if they're.
You can't say Wii
sports.
Sports Resort.
No. I wasn't gonna say that. No. I was gonna say like I don't know if like I guess chess isn't considered a sport.
It's a competitive sport, I suppose, technically.
Okay, because I was gonna say
Technically.
Chess Master.
I suppose technically, yes.
But honestly, if I don't say that, I'm trying to think of what else. Virtua Tennis.
Okay. We're loving the tennis.
Yep. Racing, is that considered a sport?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I will say Daytona USA.
That's 5.
Okay, cool. If
fine.
not, I was gonna say pole position.
I thought you were going to say Forza when you said racing games. I was like, okay, yeah, fine. Okay. Name 4 games with jump scares.
4 games with jump scares. Slender Man.
Yeah. Wow, that's out
Okay.
of pocket, Paul. Jesus. I came out of Jesus. That hit like a memory bank back here from.
Yeah. Dude, Slender Man was sick.
Yeah, man.
Let me think. Jump scares. Oh wow. Five Nights at Freddy's.
Classic. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Jump scares. There's 4 games, right? So I've already done 2.
2 to go.
Ooh, dude, it is definitely when you're on the spot. Like, cause there are ones that I have in my head, but I'm like, oh, I want to save those because he might ask a different question.
It's true, I might. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I'm like, oh, dude. So I'm trying to pick like random obscure sort of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Phasmophobia.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
One more.
And then Demonologist.
Ooh, nice. Good pull. My brain immediately went Dead Space.
Dead Space would have been a really good one, but
Yeah.
I was holding on to certain like bigger games
That's
that are
fair.
easier to remember. So that way, like if I hit something, I'm like, oh, this I haven't used that yet.
Oh, he's been so strategic. I love it.
I'm trying.
Okay. 3 games where you're a parent-child duo. So you don't have to be biologically related, but like you play as a parental figure and a child figure.
Oh wow. Okay. A parental figure and a child figure.
Yeah. So
Do
like
you
a
have
duo.
to be playing at them like simultaneously, or can you play as a parent at one point in the
No,
game?
it's just
and then a
games
child at another
where
point in the
you
game?
either play as both of them or it's like a duo working their way through the game and you play as one of them.
Okay, so but they have to be working together throughout the game. It couldn't be like in the beginning chapter you play as something and then like later on you
it's
play
a
as the
difficult
other.
question, so I can be lenient if they do it at some point in the game.
Well,
I'll
I was
allow
gonna
it.
say, so can I say like The Last of Us?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay,
I mean, you could say The Last of Us anyway because Ellie's like a surrogate daughter.
right. So I just wanted to make sure. So it just has to be like a parental figure. They don't
Yes.
have to be biologically related.
Yeah,
Okay.
Last of Us is fine.
Okay. And then, ooh, wow. What is another game? Pragmata.
Yeah, primarily.
Does that count?
Yeah,
Yay!
absolutely.
I wanted to make sure it counted.
Absolutely. One more.
Okay. Oh, one more. Sorry, I thought
Yeah,
you meant like one more at tier.
No,
We're
one
at
more.
three.
One
We're
more
at three.
parent
We're at
child
three.
tier.
We're at three. Yep. Oh wow, parent and child.
There will be people screaming at you about a certain one because there is a really, really successful one.
There probably is. Wow, dude, it's so much harder when you're on the spot.
I can imagine.
It is. Parent and child duo.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
I didn't think this would be that difficult for you.
No, this one is. I'm racking my brain to try to think like what is a game where you play as a parent and child.
I don't know, but imagine if you like, I don't know, went off to fight with your child or something. I don't know.
Oh, I was actually going to say no, that one doesn't count. A parental figure.
Yeah, imagine if you had a son and you just basically never called him by his name, but you like shouted at him constantly. And
does God of War count?
Yeah, absolutely, it counts.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
Yeah,
I just want to make sure.
Yeah, absolutely counts. Yeah. I was there going like, if he doesn't say God of War, I swear to God.
Well, I was gonna because like honestly, I was like, because I haven't played like the like most recent one. I didn't know if you got to play as the son.
So for the most part, at least in the first game, you control him in the same way that sort of like you control Diana and Pragmata, because like you can tell him to shoot things. And like,
okay, got you.
So
okay.
like when you're fighting things, you can click a button and he'll shoot arrows at them and stuff like that.
Okay, got you. Yeah, because I was like, I know they have like their own thing, but I didn't know if he was also involved in the gameplay.
I know at points he is playable.
Got you. Okay.
But yeah. Okay. Two games where you are what could be regarded as the villain.
Oh. Yeah. Where you're what could be regarded as the villain.
Now, you might not necessarily see yourself as the villain, but you would be potentially regarded as the villain.
Could be the villain.
Yes.
Ooh, interesting. Okay. So you're the bad guy. Fable.
Ooh, interesting. Yes, you can be the villain for Fable, yeah.
Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic.
What a pull. Jesus, yes. Yeah, you can go to the dark side. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I'll take that. I was thinking of like...
Honestly, I kind of want to play that game again now.
Right.
It's so good.
Right. I was thinking of like Manhunt and like
Payday?
Payday, GTA. Right?
Yep. Yeah, true. Yeah.
And then I had a really out of pocket one, BioShock Infinite. Because
true
with the thing that happens in the happening, it's right. Okay. Last one.
All right.
Could be very easy, could be very hard. It depends. One game that has been released on at least 5 different games consoles.
Minecraft.
Nice. I thought that
it's been released on like literally everything.
Right. My brain went Skyrim.
Skyrim, yeah, like that is another one that like it just keeps going.
Skyrim, GTA 5, even like even Tetris, right?
True, yeah. Tetris has been on like everything as well, yeah. Mm-hmm. Dude, that was fun. Holy, dude, that was so sick.
They're difficult, right?
Yeah, really dude. Honestly, difficult. The one that really was the most difficult was the like parent like child. Well, that one like really threw me for a second.
There's not that many.
It's not like a genre, right?
No.
So it was like, oh shoot.
Right.
That was definitely a really difficult one.
Yeah,
and I'm sure the people who were watching it like came up with 3 like immediately, but it's very different when you're in the hot seat.
Absolutely. So like just with a quick Google for that. Technically, people are saying Heavy Rain. You do.
Okay.
And I don't know. I've not played Heavy Rain. But one that I didn't think of, The Walking Dead.
Oh yeah.
You play as Lee and Clementine.
Yep.
So yeah.
Dang.
And then if you want some more like out of pocket ones, you've got things like Crusader Kings, where you have an entire lineage.
Okay.
It Takes Two is suggested, which is interesting because it's two parents.
Yeah, see, It Takes Two popped into my head, but then I was like, well, no, because you're not playing as the kid, you're playing as the parents.
Yeah.
And like the kid is technically involved in the gameplay, but not in that way.
Some people have interestingly said a lot of the Resident Evil games, because you end up adopting a child essentially and stuff like that. Because like, doesn't Leon essentially adopt someone?
So in Resident Evil 2, Claire Redfield, who is traveling like
With Leon.
she's sort of, they're in different parts of the city, but they're both trying to escape together.
Mm-hmm.
She like basically takes care of Sherry Birkin.
But doesn't Leon basically become a surrogate father for her?
Kind of, in a sense, yeah. And
Yeah.
so like I guess I tried to avoid Resident Evil because the one that came to mind was actually Resident Evil Revelations 2, because you
Yeah.
play as a character, Barry Burton, and like his daughter Moira is also in the gameplay, but she's not
Right.
with him.
She's not with
She's
him.
with somebody else. Right.
Now, I know with Resident Evil 8, Ethan
Yeah,
is with
you're-
his daughter. Do you play as the daughter at any point?
No, and I don't want to give it. Well, yes and no. In the DLC, you play as his daughter,
Okay.
but in the main game, you
But
play as
never,
him.
it's not like they're working together.
No, because she's actually an infant in the
Right.
main campaign.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes
Yeah.
sense. Yeah, so it's a tricky one because other things come up like Plague Tale, but you're playing as a brother and sister.
Right.
Like there's things like so, but it's quite rare for like a father daughter or mother son or whatever. And that's
Yeah, mother son is way
Mo-
more rare. I would
Mother
assume.
is
Yeah,
really rare. Yeah.
yeah.
Someone made an interesting one with The Witcher 3 because you have Ciri, which is a really good one.
Yeah.
That's a really good pull. Then I don't know if there's any others really that come to mind because it's quite
Yeah,
a
no, that was
category.
genuinely like I was like, oh shit, like
Yeah. I did
because like the first one that came to mind was The Last of Us, but then after that I was kind of like, oh,
the funniest one I've seen is someone saying Death Stranding because of the baby in the jar.
dude, I actually almost said Death Stranding. I'm not even kidding. I literally, dude, when you said that,
Yeah.
like that was the second one that came to mind, but I was like, I don't think that counts.
I would have given you it. I would have given you it. It's technically
Damn it.
it's technically a baby and like you're kind of being a parental figure for it. So yeah,
That's
okay.
fair, but that was legitimately one of my three initially, and I was like, I don't think it counts. I can't use that
I've
one.
not played Death Stranding. Does the baby do anything? The baby keeps you alive, no? But you don't. Play
I'm
as
not
the baby.
sure.
I
Right.
don't think he plays the baby.
Yeah, that one seemed too murky for me, so I was like, I wanted
Yeah.
to be really straightforward.
One that I was hoping you'd say for playing as the villain was the Darkness.
Dude, The Darkness is such a cool game,
It's
bro.
such a sick series. Like, talk about games that should come back.
Yeah.
The Darkness got 2 games. I've got both of them, and I intend to play it. I do like.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, I do like. I think I've said it before. I do like a retro month. Once a year, where I play games that are at least 15 years old, and I have the Darkness 1 and 2, and I want to play them this year.
Dude, like what is it? Like Mike Patton doing the voice of the like dark. Oh my god, he's so good at that.
Good. So freaking good. So freaking good.
Yeah,
But yeah, there you go.
that was a really fun game. I like that a lot, honestly. That
Yeah.
one's super cool.
Yeah, it's a lot
Probably
of
my
fun.
favorite one we've done so far, actually.
Oh,
It's
nice.
because it's short, but like it's honestly like it gets you thinking.
It does. It's one of those as well, especially because you know you can't reuse as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that was another thing where I was trying to hold on to certain series because I was like, they're going to come to mind first.
Right.
Let me really try to think about some like obscure picks. So later on, if I have to, I can pull from the first thing that comes to mind.
Yeah. One game that I thought of that I was like, I'd love it if he pulled this out of pocket for playing as the villain is a game that I've been meaning to play for so long. It came out in 2020 called Carrion.
Yeah, dude.
You play as the monster. But so if you think of like The Thing and stuff like that,
Yep.
like the movie The Thing, you play as the Thing. Like yeah.
Another one that like I was gonna pick for that one, if I like it was an option, but was Dead by Daylight.
Yeah, that would have worked. That would have worked.
'Cause-
I was thinking
'cause,
as
yeah.
well, you could probably get away with a lot of like Alien or Predator games where you play as the alien or the Predator.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah, a lot of those like what is it, like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, all those games where you play like one person plays as like the villain, the rest of the people play as like those were like kind of something that came to mind.
Yeah, those would have been fine. Those would have been fine. But I mean, that's it. That's all I have for you. That's all my games.
Yeah, that's. I mean, look, honestly, this was really cool. I mean, we had chock full of news, really cool little like fun things at the end. And yeah, so if you guys enjoyed it, I mean, we really appreciate you hanging out for this long. Comments are always great. What games would you have picked for your Pyramid Under Pressure?
How much did you hate him for not saying God of War immediately?
Yeah. Like, were you screaming at your screen? Because you probably should have been.
You probably should have been.
Obviously, yeah. Leave us those comments. Leave us those likes. Subscribe if you enjoyed it, and we will definitely see you guys next week. We appreciate you.
Bye bye.